Welcome to a murder of musicians.
Robin Hood of rhyme, calling on an unsolved mystery. Unlike Sherlock Holmes involving me, I already know who did this to the beat. Was it me? Unequivocally, I will not speak. Over the close, we will not involve no witnesses. Take my opinion. If you wanna live, go ahead and tell them we coming. Many merry men and me. Yeehaw, don't play with me. 615 young bucks, stack Mac, jelly roll. Are you listening? All my people gon' eat no balonies and Cheerio, homie. Let's link up in the streets. Struggle wouldn't have a struggle for nothing. I'm all about ciphering lyrics through numbers. Through the wire till I can't count. And my thumbs give out alphanumerically. Yeah, make me a G, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Like a crow pecking against the door, a window on the beat. Poetically, you won't sleep with ease. Just like it was for me, growing up on 666 B's. But I love that heat. It was so easily misconstrued what they was meaning. Like a murder mystery with Dolph and Yo Gotti could easily be the piece of puzzle we all missing. And it kinda make you wonder, don't it? Who wanted to be the king of the end when the end was most wanted? Shit, please, we gon' see that idea half-baked, probably like me. When we all know the KOM, better known as DJ Paul, the only one left down on Field Street, deserving fried peanut butter and nanner sandwiches like the king Elvis Presley. Yeah, let's believe that those who compete, now it's time to rise from the ashes, Middle Tennessee, in the mud and the mire. All this game is cleared out, it's been a while, this point, it was not I, but who's the king of the capital city, Nashville? All I know is this blood in my veins won't quit, like a frog not dying in a stork's mouth. Yeah, if you know just what I'm talking about, so keep listening. How many rappers from the 615 Tennessee per capita? Not like Chingy or St. Lunatics and Nelly, so many there, but so many in a population, like basically missing references in the sip and Bama. It's our time to shine, we coming to be undefeated, volunteered, all one big family, standing for rep and unity. Yeah, that's what's up, colloquially, we swift when we speak, stick on the beat, psychopathically a little bit, yeah, live by your rep though. That's what I'm saying, Tennessee 615, we is not playing 901, don't
I want to know who the king of Tennessee is also.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What's up? This is a murder of musicians on FX2. You just listened to Robin Hood of Rhyme, who we're featuring on the program today. That was his track that he titled King of Tennessee. And the reason I said it like that is because there's a question mark at the end of it. Now, don't try to figure it out like I did. I went online and fell down a rabbit hole for like 2.5 days trying to get names out there that I would even consider giving the title king to. I'm talking Moneybagg Yo, Juicy J, Glock, Dolph, rest in peace. We got Glorilla came out of there back in the day, DJ Paul, so many influential artists. Don't forget about my boy JT. Timberlake came out of Memphis. Like, everybody forgets that there were others besides Elvis Presley. Robin Hood of Rhyme is no exception.
What's good, man? It's good to be here. Thank you.
What's up, man? How are you? So maybe you can clear this up for me. Tell me, is there a hip-hop and rap community in Memphis, Tennessee?
There is, and it's kind of behind the scenes because there's so much music bleed over. Bleed over that it's like, I don't want to say there's not a fair chance, but it's you got people coming in putting staples in from out of town and bringing money with them and juicing off of the country, lifestyle and everything. And I'm varietal, but I have a heart in hip hop, so I just try to watch it build and try to help it build from here.
So the way that I find new musicians for this program is by scouring the internet for fucking hours, right? And when somebody sparks my attention on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, those platforms, I will have to go to Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, AudioMac, to listen to the tracks that they have. So in your case, I found you on Instagram and then Spotify. Spotify has that new feature for musicians, artist pick. Yours was Dracula Rap. What a dope fucking song, bro. Tell me about that one.
So I guess I I'm lucky to have picked it as the artist picked it. I think I did good, but it's basically, you know, I had the idea just at the spur of the moment, and I heard the beat, and it sounded like Dracula to me. And I don't even think I listened to the whole beat before sitting down on January 4th and writing the whole track out, and then checking it at the end and having like so many minuscule, like basically no like edits that I made, that it was just cast an ear and give it a little bit more attention than most. But it's really about living life on like rap's terms, living in that like environment around it, and giving respect to the people who've done that, and then also like calling out certain things and things that I agree and disagree with later on in the song, politically, musically, just in a world sense.
Yeah, y'all about to get tattooed by an oracle orator who has 22 from the jaws of a true vampire on the loose. My oral incisions leave your blood running cold. Don't worry though, it'll only hurt a little. What's the matter? You uncomfortable? Let these words comfort you. In first person, don't squirm, it'll only hurt worse. In third person, relax and take a minute of view. Like Dracula when I'm attacking the mic, my flow so ruthless and diabolical. How I'm stacking my lines like wisdom timelessly in view. Get my flow seamlessly transfused. I call it an eternal rhymes, and when I choose to spit my lines with a brand text and horrorcore, yeah, these branding facts. Been gone and slumbered for nearly 9 years. Now I'm pissed off to be back on the first square. So I'ma start a resurgence this year. Out of retirement again in 23, packing 45s like I was Jordan. But this ain't shit to me, calling me resurrected G's. Like 60s in the garden, no not MSG. This a double entendre, not a hyperbole. Literally your blood will be running cold, so call me Dracula, bro. Like the ones in the black on black, 60 creeping in back of the shot down. In fact, where the killers hang like bats. Call it a K, cause it's cold as fuck, known as Chirac. AKA because the M-Town and the dirtiest South, so reaping can be so beautiful. Like seeing inside of the mind of the blind. Yeah, nigga, that's why we call them Blue City, you get it? You see the inside. When I walk out of this bitch, my flow's gonna be sponsored to you, dig? Possibly by Kanye, cause we don't even hold a candle to the flame of the euphemisms. Just testing the waters in case the government ready. It's a genocide of slaughter part 3. But at least you caught it. Unlike the government's cause, I'm not sponsored by missing babies, blood, or slavery, backroom deals, or bathroom spills. It's the Vatican. What the fuck they saying happening? What type of time they on? Electing a man to be president, who presently or probably wears the pins. They've gone off the fucking deep end. That's a diaper, not a decision. Although he's incapably incapacitated to the point of being troubling. But we so soft we do nothing. So it's apparently calls for no discussing. Well, let me tell you something. Indeed, y'all ain't ready to see nobody do it like me. Just some sentence to spit, some would suggest truthfully. Though I digress, I'm not shady, but unequivocally I leave you leaking like a 45. Okay, I got carried away. You keep in scope, the Interscope, Atlantic, and Universal the most. I just wanna say most of these rappers aren't. In fact, they just little toy soldiers and talked about when referencing follow me. But I'ma stand the fuck up. This ain't helter skelter. I'm just fuel to the fire of funeral pyres. Like a cross between fuels fall on me and fired by James Hetfield. It's time to heal or start hemorrhaging. But don't worry, we in capable hands. If we just look in the mirror and take a stand. Dracula.
There it is, Dracula rap. Something I never understood was how you take poetry and convert it into music. How does something like that happen?
As formerly a freestyle artist, I've learned that lyrics coming off a page sound very little to what they look like in your mind's eye or ear going on the page.
That makes
like
sense. Definitely.
Not a mirror image, but it'd be like a receipt, how the paper's rolled backwards and it comes down and prints from left to right. So everything's kind of upside down and backwards, so to speak, kind of.
I understand. So it's like you're peering through a one-way mirror and you're able to reflect on the life that you're seeing taking place on the other side of the glass. I definitely understand.
You know, I guess it's best. I've never really put it like that, but that's a light way to put it. And then, so large consonants can work as powerfully as like large words with compound meaning if you place them correctly and you balance them in your writing structure, of course, which is something that I would like to eventually impose. Like I was telling you, more poetry and to the substance of rap. I'm kind of married the two. But yeah, it's really a lot. It's a day-long conversation to really just go through all of that, you know, but it's different, and people say different things, but it's such a large world of writing that really it all, you know, it can all make sense.
So you and I spoke a few times off air, and you told me that you really began your musical journey about 9 years ago, just about a decade ago.
I touched the game. That's right. And I did 4.5 years in prison and 4.5 years in a marriage. And then when the marriage deceased and then moved along, I was actually going to jump into NFTs and poetry, and it circumvented with me and rapping again. So I got some support, and I've been just kind of plugging at it little by little, financially stricken, and just trying to, you know, cast my image and my positive message, but also give some traditional homage and some real lit to the game, you know?
Oh, yeah. And it isn't every day that you come across an artist in the rap game, hip hop community that really thinks about their lyrics in the sense that it's a narrative. I guess maybe we were spoiled growing up with that old school classic hip hop lyrical format.
Yeah, I try to tie in, you know, I've got Above the Wire, which is a slight example of a classic sound. I've got New World Anthem, which is the first song I actually wrote as a former freestyle battler and hype man. And it's definitely a trap style method song, but it's written cleanly so it can get radio play. And it did on actually New Year's Eve. You don't know this. New Year's Eve, right after midnight in Minneapolis off of iHeartRadio. And that was really kind of special for me, considering it was my first song I ever wrote May 29th and wasn't even out until like a few weeks before that.
It really seems as if Memphis is a launching point for emerging artists that are coming up in the game.
Yeah, I'm an older gentleman. I'm 39, so I'm not going to try to cover it up or anything. But at the same time, I think we've learned recently that age doesn't necessarily matter in rap and hip hop if you're within the realm of expectation and experience and skill. And I have traced a lot of my favoritism towards East Coast boom bap type style. So if it came off like that, that's great. I do like to do sort of storytelling. It does sort of symbolic storytelling in this, not literal, but it does also tell a story of me coming back in 9 years later after leaving the game, you know, unsatisfied, and then come back in seeing what I see now and wishing for a better future.
Yeah, Robin Hood of rhymes, back to the first time, taking back the gift was taking it for. Yeah, you already know. Cause it's the new world anthem on the beat. Freedom of 4 bars, yeah, that's the anthem of a G. It get grimy in the streets, so I stay grinding on the beat. I'm on to the music business and the industry. Me mag on ham like table play to the family gathering. Yeah, automatic on the rap. What if I play my verses right? You play chess will make you move, and I'm not talking bread. Don't call it a croissant. I move so slick, it's called an MEMPHIS. And French way play you right into, and then pass a you ain't an animator, made you nothing. Something just occurred to me. Do you mind if I take a shot at the hypothetical? Like a flash shot from a camera deep inside a diamond. I call it parenthetical. It's the oldest street expressionism. So let me spread some more wisdom. Be the tree that breaks the concrete, not the weed. I suggest a slightly altered view in the next dimension. If this rap game imagine change on a green day like September, and then quake up the pharaohs. If you wanna have a witness to this shit you get your pen and paper ready, hold steady. I'm just beginning to give a recital of lines. This cohesion is my design for the souls to hear. But only one is worthy in the temple. So if you quick with your wit, go ahead and grab a pencil. Jot down some notes and leave it when you enter. With refined placement as much, which forgoes 7 digits to fingers with 2 corners like 2 thumbs. Rapping alphanumeric, so that's a G. Here, hold this light and come with me. We're not so different after all, I promise y'all, dog. 615 riding on a beat, come and ride with me. It's way from Tennessee and the whole Southeast. Yeah, that's what we doing now. We gotta get to it. It's unity in the movement. Keep it fluid, involved in yourself. Yeah. Cause it's a new world anthem on the beat. That's the anthem of the G. It get grimy in the street, so I stick grinding on the beat. Be man go grizzly like John Moran, Robin Hood of rhymes. This shit to other individuals like syllables, divided to create a certain vibe. Call it my ritual. This expressive rhyme of mine, this my southern stylistics and the poetry is built on. That's the S of my colloquial lyrical system. Call it a temple of rhyme. The way I recite my lines, think of it if you want it, Solomon's temple. But build on, G. So what we do in unity is in the movement. That's what we doing, Robin Hood of Rhyme, back for the first time. Yeah, the very first time.
Hell yeah, that's New World Anthem. And for everyone out there who is wondering when Robin Hood of Rhyme is gonna come out Sherwood Forest with some new music, either a record, an EP, a single, something. What's on deck, brother?
Yeah, an EP. Yeah, it's called Trap in the Trunk. It's got 6 songs. It's pretty much pointed in its namesake, just like I am, I would hope. Rich side story, I was Be Mad or Automatic, were my given rap names, but I chose this one for reasons that'll be disclosed if you listen, and I think you take notes. But basically, yeah, I got that Trap in the Trunk coming out, so it's gonna be mostly like trap type beats, heavy bass, and then I've got one single coming out the same day. It's actually shockingly going to be like an R&B song.
No way, R&B? That's different from everything that I've heard from you. Do you go into writing an R&B track any different than you would for rap or hip hop?
Completely impromptu. The only preparation was vocally. Once I had my idea and it began writing, I don't even remember finding the beat. I just stumbled across a beat, heard it, and immediately had to write. Like I said, I don't listen to beats over and over and over. I catch it in a whim, and I just ride the wave,
Absolutely. So what's your favorite song, lyrically speaking?
Out that in Asgard. Just going to throw that out there. And that was one of my first favorite songs. It was actually on Jamaican radio within less than a day of when it was made. And it's just so punchy, and it has a lot. It was made in December, and Young Gunna and 6ix9ine, and things happening where is this the core of rap? But I've really seen a lot of impressionable and impressive things since then. So I digress. But it's written from an quote unquote old timer's perspective. Talk about having a walker at the beginning, and I'm getting out the grave for this shit. And but it's really lyrical, and I use words like describing vowels and things like that. It's kind of hard to really even reciprocate, but you would have to listen to from about midway through on to really get what I'm saying. And I'm talking about the displacement of words and using vowel and adverb and adjective as words to describe that in the song, in the moment.
So impressed by that, man. I would love to see you jump on some tracks with some East Coast rappers. I'm talking New York, man.
Yeah, man, and East Coast and Southern rap, boy. I'm telling you, I've got a thing for East Coast, and I've got some East Coast songs that I'm working on releasing. I just don't know when, and got a 50th anniversary song. But yeah, I'm always open to collabs. I can't take them all, but my DMs are out there for you to look up, and Twitter at Robin_Rhyme, and IG at Robinhood_of_Rhyme, of course. But just be patient. And please get at me if y'all, the producers or whoever, anybody that's really real and can prove they're legit, and wants to work on something, has an idea, or wants to follow my Southern stylistics way of transmutation of my music, and that would be storytelling, reality, and positivity, all kind of in a triune, and just growth from that. I like to think of Nas as a really, really big symbology to that, because I would like to be able to continue to tell certain songs that I do stories in more of my songs, kind of like he did.
Robin Hood of Rhyme, thank you so much, man. It's been an awesome time. Everybody go check out his release on the 15th. If you want to get in touch with him, contact me or hit him up on Instagram.